Hello, my name is Adriana, and today I will be reading my friend's faves. If you did not catch part one of this two-part series, some of my friends and I put together a list of some of our favorite books from the year prior, so 2024, and then we all pick one book to read for each person. So in part one, I did some people, and in part two, I'm doing the rest of the people. And I read some books, and I'm gonna talk about them, and it's gonna be great. But I did realize as I was putting this together, I didn't do an introduction clip for the first book. So we're just gonna do that now. The first book I will be talking about in this vlog is, or I guess more of a wrap-up, I don't know, whatever you want to call it, is The City of Glass by Nouveau. This was a pick from Ruby Red's list. So let's jump to a past Adriana to talk about it. I've made it to the 33% third mark of The City in Glass, and it took me a minute to really get myself into the world and the style, but this is a very sweet and pretty book. I am really enjoying it so far. We're following this demon, and right at the start of the book, this city that she has been inhabiting and helping to build gets destroyed by a group of angels. I don't think we are told why the angels do this. I'm assuming that comes later on, but again, like I said, I struggled a little bit getting into the style of this book, so I might have missed the reason as to why the angels destroyed the city. But either way, the city's destroyed. So we're kind of bouncing back and forth in perspectives from Demon's present of seeing this destroyed city and going to all of these places that she had helped build, talking to the angel about why he would do this. And then we spend, I guess, a bit more time kind of looking into her past as to the experiences she had, finding this city, building it up into this great metropolis, what it means to her. And like I said, it's just very sweet, and I'm really enjoying it right now. I'm not quite sure where it's gonna go. It is a very short book. It's only 250 pages, so I'm only I'm less than 100 pages in, and it's a third over. So we'll see where this ends up going, but so far it's just very sweet and very, very stylistically pleasing once you get used to the style. But yeah, I think that's all I got to say so far. I'm enjoying it. I'm having a good time. Hello, I finally made it to the 2/3 mark of The City in Glass. I am reading it really slow, but I don't think that's actually at all hindering my enjoyment of this book. I think I mentioned in the last part, it is very lyrical and it just kind of feels like I'm taking in little bits of poetry every day. And I think that is nice because so much of it is kind of told in vignettes and not always a very consistent through line from chapter to chapter. Sorry, my dog needs to come in. Oh, he figured it out himself. How smart. But yeah, I am very much enjoying it. I don't really know what else to say about it. I really enjoy the characters and the character dynamics between the demon who is grieving this city while trying to rebuild it into something new, and the angel who destroyed it and is now stuck with the demon because she cursed him and left him with a part of her in him, so he can't go back to his angel realm. And he's definitely starting to fall in love, I think, maybe, I don't know, but it is such an interesting dynamic of characters, and I'm really enjoying it, and it's very sweet and pretty. So yeah, that's all I have for this update. Hoping I can finish it soon, but probably not, because like I said, I am enjoying taking my time with this one. It is a good book to just kind of sit back and relax and just take in a little bit every day and let it wash over you. So, yeah. Okay, thanks, bye. Okay, I just finished The City in Glass, and all I have to say is just, wow. What a beautiful love story between an angel and a demon, between a demon and her adopted city, and just how you grieve and move on after loss. Just really, really powerful, really sweet and nice. And one thing I will say about this story that I think is gonna come off as like a diss, but I don't mean it that way, is we really don't get like a lot of like world building. Like she's physically building a city, but like we hear like bits and pieces of like cities beyond and people coming from other lands and some of like their cultures. And obviously we have like this, is supernatural the right word? I don't know. We have like angels and demons, but we don't really get into like the order of like demons and angels and like these people. You're just kind of like dropped in this world and the author is like, here it is, take it or leave it. That's kind of refreshing. I feel like a lot of the stories I read these days, the authors are putting so much thought and effort, and they just want you to know so much about this world they created. And this author is like, I created this intricate, expansive world, and you only get to know as much about it as I want you to know, which is not a whole lot. But obviously, like, you can tell the author has put into thought of like geography and culture and religion and immunology, but you don't get to see all of that. You just get to see what the author wants you to see, and it's cool. It like kind of leaves you wanting more. It leaves me intrigued. I liked it. I'm a fan. Thank you, Ruby, for getting me to read this book. I'm gonna have to check out more Niveau now. But with that, I will catch you on the next book that I don't know what it is yet. Hello, the next Friends fave I am picking up is Funny Story by Emily Henry. This was one of Martine's favorites from last year, and this was kind of a game time decision for me. I really wanted to avoid doing audiobooks, but I'm just getting close to the end of the year and I need to get through some books. So I originally was going to physically read another one of their faves. I don't know. I've had a very not great experience with Emily Henry in the past. I know she is a huge author that a lot of people seem to really, really enjoy her work. So giving it another shot. I've listened to about an hour, and honestly, so far, I am enjoying it. I am having a good time. I think most of the time, the reason I haven't liked past Emily Henry's is because I hate both of the characters. And so far, I don't hate either one of what I'm assuming are love interests. So that is a good sign. Hopes are medium. They're not high, they're not low. We're at a solid keeping our mind open and hoping for the best. So with that, I will catch you at the third mark check-in. Hello, I have just made it to the third mark of Funny Story, and I am enjoying this. Like, this might be my Emily Henry redemption story. I just think the characters are both so sweet, and I really love them, and I do love fake dating. Like, I'm a sucker for fake dating. I don't know what it is about it, but it's a fave of mine in the romance genre. That's where I'm at with this one. And honestly, I think Martine and I have more in common in like our romance interests, because they read The Pairing, which was a favorite of mine, and they also loved it and loved the same characters. Like, they liked the same things about it that I did. So I'll be interested to talk to Martine about Funny Story and get like her thoughts on why she liked it and see if that still meshes. But so far, I love the two main characters. I love, in this iteration of fake dating, it's very, like, they're not being forced to do like too much. You know, it seems like so far it's been very like chill. It's mostly just been them like showing up and doing things together, and like it's been fun and cute, and I like it. Excited to see where this goes. Okay, I just reached 70% of Funny People and I'm about to go to work, but I wanted to get this check-in in because I think I want to try to listen to it while I'm at work and finish it today, because Squash That Series starts tomorrow and I want to open up my audiobook listening capacity a little bit. So I'm still really enjoying it. Honestly, like, maybe Emily Henry is winning me back, because I am thoroughly enjoying this book. I am having just a great time. I haven't quite reached the state of like, just shut up and tell each other you love each other stage yet, but like we're almost there. We're not quite there, but like we're almost there, where I just want them to stop to get over themselves and just accept that they are in love and they should be together. So far, the spicy scenes have been pretty excellent. I'm enjoying it, and I'm hoping I finish it today while listening at work. So I'm gonna go into work. So I did finish Funny Story while I was at work today, and I really liked this one. I liked themes of like deep female friendship. I liked the themes of maintaining your individuality while staying in a relationship, and I liked it. I liked this book a lot, and I liked it so much more than any other Emily Henry I read. So glad I decided to pick this one up from Martine's list. Thank you, Martine. This was a 5-star read for me. I can't believe it. I never thought I would give Emily Henry a 5-star because I just have not enjoyed her stories in the past. But this one, chef's kiss. Loved it. So with that, I will see you for the next book. Okay, starting another Friends Faves, we are reading Two Like the Lightning by Ada Palmer. This is one of Lizzie's from Lizzie's Literary Life's faves. That is grammatically difficult for my brain to handle, but I've read like 3 chapters of this so far. I don't really know what's happening yet, so I don't have too much of an update as far as like where I'm at, but I was excited to pick this one up because I saw Lizzie talk about it last year and commented on her video, oh my gosh, that sounds great, and then she put it on her list, and I was like, oh, well, now I gotta read it because it does sound really great. It's like epic sci-fi future. We're following along with this criminal guy who, like, they don't have prisons in the future. You're just kind of like put under like general servitude to the public, which I'm interested to see what like the philosophical breakdown of that is going to end up being like, because to me that seems like an opportunity to be really taken advantage of by society, but maybe the society is better than the one we live in. But given that it is a fickle sci-fi, I have a feeling maybe it's not. But we'll see. There is some sort of kid who has some sort of special powers. Like I said, I don't know anything yet, but I am excited to get into this. I think Lizzie said something about like it was giving like Star Trek vibes, or maybe I read that in a review somewhere else, but I'm a huge Star Trek fan, so that was also exciting and intriguing to me. But I'm looking forward to this one. Good morning. I'm gonna try to do a quick check-in on Two Like the Lightning because I did reach the 33% check mark, and I am gonna try to make it quick because I'm running late for work, but it is the Friday before I'm taking a week off for Christmas, so I don't know how much anybody actually cares. But anyway, getting to the book. I am feeling a lot more comfortable with like all of the characters now, and mostly how they fit together. They have like this hive instead of having like nation states. I don't know, it's weird. Like there's a lot of world building that has gone into this. The culture is very different to our own. The politics are very different to our own. The way people build families is very different to our own. So it's kind of hard to explain. But I think this book does a pretty good job of like bringing it all together. This is written in like almost second person. It's like first person / second person POV. So the narrator, Mycroft, I think I talked about him in the intro clip. He is like the prisoner guy we're following, except he's called a servicer. So instead of like being in prison, he just like walks around and like helps people with stuff, and that's how he is fed and taken care of, is helping like the general public with like tasks they need done. And he is like narrating this story as the perspective of like if somebody from much further in his future were like to pick this up and read it. So I think this book is taking place in like the 2400s maybe, so it's like, you know, 400 years removed from our present, and he is writing it as if someone 400 years from his present is reading it. So he is like doing a lot of explaining of like, this is why I'm choosing to write it like this. This is why I'm doing this. Like, you might not understand why this is like this because you won't recognize it because you're so far in the future, but we are in fact reading it from a past perspective. So yeah, it's super duper interesting, and this author obviously has a lot to say of like everything about modern society, considering they've done all this like crazy world building. I don't know. I think I'm comfortable with like all the characters and all that now, but I'm still struggling a little bit of like keeping all of these connections straight, especially with our like narrator being kind of this floater between all of them. I don't know. We have like two main mysteries going on, I would say. There is this stolen list of like influential people, but it also seems like that list might be a fraud, and apparently it's like super super important to their political atmosphere, and it was stolen using the same technology that our narrator was accused of using when he got arrested. So like he's like super involved in that. And then I don't know if I mentioned it in the intro of this, but there's also like this child that seems to be magic. And so like that's like the other mystery we're dealing with, is that like our narrator and a certain family around this child are trying to keep that child like secret and away from the public eye until they are an adult and can decide how they want to deal with being magic, essentially. So those are the two main things so far that I have like picked up on as being through lines, but there's a lot of like other side things going on, politicking, how things interact and come together. It's very crazy, but it's very fun, and I'm having as good of a time as my understanding will allow me. Hello, I have made it to the 2/3 mark of To Like the Lightning, and as you can see, I am not in my normal filming spot. I am currently in Idaho for the holiday with my family, so we are in an Airbnb. So because I've taken this week off, I've been able to do a bit more reading. I also got this book on audiobook. I don't know if I ever mentioned that, through my library. So I have been listening to it while hurriedly trying to finish my sister's Christmas present, which I feel like is kind of Lizzie coded. So it all fits together. But now that I am 2/3 in, I feel fully invested in this story. Like the first third, I'm sure you could tell I was kind of struggling to like figure out what exactly was going on, what was important. But now I am in it. I am here. I'm a little nervous that this is a first book because I'm scared I'm not going to get answers to some of my very burning questions. But our main character, protagonist, guy, whatever you want to call him, is fascinating. Like he is fascinating. And I think like this isn't too much of a spoiler because you like start off knowing that he is in fact a criminal, but he is like Moriarty level criminal, like evil genius criminal. And it is very fun to follow along with and watch other characters deal with that. So I'm very, very much enjoying that one. Character this whole story is supposed to be about, the kid who can perform miracles. I feel like I haven't gotten too much about him. Like we're getting little snippets of like who he is as a character and what he's about, but I am excited to see how he grows as a character, especially with the different influences of like the parental figures in his life. I don't know. I'm excited. I'm having a very good time. I like, based on like what Lizzie had said about it the first time I heard her talk about this book, I figured I was gonna enjoy it, but like I am super de-duper into this book and I am enjoying it so much, and I can't wait to talk about it with Lizzie next time I see her or something, whatever. I'm gonna be talking to Lizzie about this book because it's crazy. But I think that's all I have book-wise. Life-wise, just dealing with the holidays and hurriedly trying to finish my sister's Christmas present, which I'll throw in a picture or a little video or something when I do finish it so you can see it, because I think it's pretty neat and cool and I am pretty proud of how it's coming out. But that's all I have for now. I will check in when I finish the book. Good morning, Merry Christmas. I just finished To Like the Lightning this morning while reading in bed, and I have to say it is impeccable. It is a great book. I really just want to roll into the next book, but I have some other obligations reading-wise that I need to get to before I can read the next book. But it has got like mystery intrigue, it's got incredible world building, it's got philosophy, and a lot of the book is just like people talking in rooms. But I actually do enjoy a lot of that kind of media, so I'm not upset about that at all. Throughout the book, a lot of like the investigations and stuff they were like doing felt very kind of all over the place, but then in like the very last chapter, it like all comes together and totally reorients like the whole plot of the book. So that was crazy, and part of the reason why I really just want to jump to the next book, because it's like all of what I was reading is now fully recontextualized. So I loved this book. Thank you so much to Lizzie for putting it on my radar and putting it on your list so I actually read it. And I am just so excited about this book and really enjoyed reading it. But with that, we are going to be rolling into the final book of this vlog, and that is Kayla's, which for her I am reading A Short Stay in Hell. I haven't really read any of it yet. I've read like 2 pages, so I really have no idea what I'm in for, what's going on, but it seems to be a short story about a short stay in hell. I mean, not a short story, like a novella. It's like 100 pages. Very excited about that. It sounds very interesting. So stay tuned. I don't know if I'll do 30% or like third check-ins or a half check-in, or if I'll just wrap it up at the end. But it's time to get to Christmas. Hello, I just finished A Short Stay in Hell, and if you are paying attention to the date timestamps, you will see that I finished it in a day, which granted it is only a 100-page book, but it is just so like infinitely readable. And it packs a solid punch for only 100 pages. Like after I finished it, I just kind of had to like sit and stare into the ether for a while, which is now why I'm having to do this update while I do my hair, because we're gonna go to dinner fairly soon. But oh my gosh, this book is crazy. So, I mean, the title kind of alludes to what the book was about. So we have this Mormon man who died in like his 50s and finds out that, what is it called? Zoroastrianism? I struggle with that word. I'll put it up here. Zoroastrianism. I don't know. Is the true faith, and so there's this like demon that's like assigning people to different hells, and so our guy gets put into a hell based on a short story, based on like a different short story, where there's like every book that has ever been written or like could be written within like a certain constraint, but there's still like so many books, and they have to look through all these books and find the one that is like written about their life, and they turn it in and then they can go to heaven. But there is an insane amount of books, so this takes a while. It goes through like not all of his time. It goes through some of his time in hell, in this hell of like how humans interact with each other, how they're personally dealing with this situation, and it's just really fascinating, and I liked it a lot. And it is a very quick, zippy zappy read, and I loved it so much. Like, especially, like, I just kept obviously comparing it to the last book I read, To Like the Lightning, because they're both very like philosophically dense books, but whereas I feel like To Like the Lightning is also very like plot dense and character dense. Like it's a book. Like A Short Stay in Hell is still very philosophically dense and made me think a lot, but the rest of it is a lot lighter. Like it's a lot easier to read quickly. You get in, you get out, you get punched in the gut, and potentially go on about your day because you have to go get Mexican food with your family. So I loved it. I loved it so much. Like, this was definitely a 5-star read for me. So thank you so much, Kayla, for bringing this to my attention and putting it on your list so I read it, because it is a book I think I will continue to think back on for years to come. That is the end of the update part of this reading video situation, and I will be back with a conclusion and an outro and all those good things. So those are the 4 books I read for this vlog. I think out of all of them, this might be some recency bias, but I think A Short Stay in Hell is my favorite. Like, there's just something about that book. Again, that was the most recent book I had read out of these, so recency bias. But I'm thinking about it like every day since I had read it, which has only been like 5 days. So take that with a grain of salt, but did very much enjoy it. I mean, I enjoyed all these books, which is surprising. I did not think this part of the vlog would go as well, because for the first part, I was reading books I already owned or books I was like already interested in. So for this second part, I was a little hesitant, but it ended up going really well. I have really great friends with really great tastes, so definitely check them out in the description box below. And thanks so much for watching, and I will catch you on the next video.